Just sign it!" Her voice cracked against the polished glass of the conference room. Her lawyer didn't move, but his eyes flicked toward me, measured, uncertain. The air felt thin. I looked at her. Not the woman I married, but a version sharpened by greed and someone else's promises. She leaned forward, pen in hand, manicured fingers trembling just enough to betray fear. Fear of delay. I said nothing. I just stared at the signature line, my name already printed there, like a pre-dug grave. I took the pen, signed, stood up. She smiled, a small, victorious smile, too quick. That's when I knew. It wasn't the papers that mattered, it was what she thought was behind them, what she thought I didn't know. She'd been distant for months, late nights, whispered calls, perfume that wasn't hers. I'd asked once, lightly. She laughed. "Work, darling, you wouldn't understand corporate pressure." Maybe I didn't, but I understood silence, and hers had weight. One night I watched her sleep, the way her body curled away from mine. The phone on her side buzzed. 2:14 a.m. A name flashed. Elliot. I stared at it until it dimmed. Then I felt something inside me shift. Not anger, not yet. Just a cold curiosity. A week later, she started pushing the divorce talk. Clean break, equal share, amicable. She wanted it fast, no court, no drama. But I knew something was buried under her urgency. And when people rush, they leave fingerprints. I didn't confront her. I simply started watching. Her phone, her patterns, her lawyer's calls that lasted a little too long. Every meeting aligned perfectly with Elliot's travel schedule. Every lie, rehearsed. I hired no investigator. I didn't need one. Instead, I used access she forgot I had. The joint account, the shared cloud, the quiet corners of our life where truth collects like dust. Pictures, transfers, messages that started professional, then didn't stay that way. Can't wait to be free of him. Almost done. Promise me he won't see the papers before you're safe. Safe. The word tasted like poison. So I smiled at her over dinners, kissed her forehead, watched her play wife in front of friends. Every gesture cataloged, every lie memorized. Inside, I was quieting myself, sharpening thought into intent. I wasn't going to lose. I was going to let her win. The night before the signing, I got a call. Her power of attorney, the one she swore was just a colleague. He didn't realize I was on the other end of the shared line. He said her name softly, too softly. Then he said mine, with a laugh. Something about the fool who'll sign his fortune away. I didn't react. I poured a drink instead, watched the city blink outside my window. And in that reflection, I saw something new, something colder than betrayal. I stayed up until dawn, printed every transfer, every message, every falsified account. I signed the divorce papers anyway. She wanted a signature, I gave her one. The next morning, her lawyer called. His voice was small, fragile. "I ran a background check on him," he said, almost whispering. "Susan, who did you marry?" I almost laughed. He'd found it, the shell companies, the trusts, the holdings she never asked about. The quiet empire built under her nose, beneath her arrogance. She thought she was divorcing a man. She was divorcing the name. By the time she realized everything she signed handed her nothing, I was already gone. Her lawyer tried calling again, then her mother, then silence. She had her freedom. Elliot had his ruin. I had my peace. I didn't keep the house. I didn't need reminders. I bought a smaller place, quiet, nameless, no shared walls, no lingering perfume. Sometimes, at night, I imagine her reaction when the truth surfaced. The moment she understood what she'd really signed. The stillness before collapse. People call revenge sweet. It isn't. It's cold, clinical, like closing a patient's eyes after surgery. I didn't destroy her. I simply removed myself from her story. And without me, it fell apart. Now I live simply, no noise, no shadows, just one framed document on my wall, her signature, the one she made in victory, the one that ended her game and saved mine.